Howdy there, my name's Beau. I'm 22, and I'm the biggest, baddest bull rider in this bar. And that there you can hang your hat on. Now this ain't no fairy tale, but if you want to learn what it takes to be a king, well, you might want to pull up a stool, stranger. I was born and bred in the town of Gun Barrel City. Now that's about east of nowhere if you're lost. But it was home. I grew up on a pecan farm and graduated in a class of only 39. After high school, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do or where I wanted to go. Come evening time, there just weren't nothing to do other than to mosey on to the stockades where you could chase some skirts if you was lucky. There's this one incident I haven't told you about yet. See, I was a pretty good bull rider in my day, but one time I had an accident. I got up on the bull and I was holding on pretty good, but then that old bull bucked forward, and when I flew over, his horns ripped my pants in half. I ran all the way home naked as a jaybird. The whole town heard about it, and I was the laughing stock of Gun Barrel for about the rest of my time there. But the problem with all them roper gals was they expected you to be some studly cowpuncher or something. And if you didn't cowboy up and win some rodeo, well, hell, they wouldn't even give you the time of day. I thought about hitching down to San Antone, but then I started getting these wild ideas about maybe going further on out. Maybe even to a big city like New York. I figured them city folk might like some good old barbecue. I had a handful of friends from high school who moved away, so I asked them how they were liking it, and each and every one of them told me it was the best dadgum decision they'd ever made, and it didn't take much to talk me into it. Well, I applied to some of them culinary schools out there and eventually got accepted. My folks were sorry to see me go, but they was awfully happy I had myself a plan for the future. New York City was unlike any place I'd ever been before in my life. Them folks raised on concrete were different, but I really enjoyed living in a city that never sleeps. I was mostly busy with school, and I had to get myself a job. So I found this old honky-tonk restaurant called Cowboy Steaks. The folks there liked my accent so much, they wanted to hire me. They had this old mechanical bull, and it sort of reminded me of the olden days in Gun Barrel. There was a contest every Saturday night, and I enjoyed watching them city boys bust their heads trying to impress them gals. It was a pretty good gig, but the best part was that I got to work with this real purty gal named Coco. All the dudes hung around her like flies on a stink, and I didn't think I'd ever have a chance with her. But then I heard she had a thing for bull riders. Oh boy, here we go again, I thought. But then I remembered my daddy used to tell me that among the blind, a one-eyed man is king. These city slickers didn't know squat about bull riding. They'd watch their friends take videos instead of watching the bull, which was a surefire way to get thrown. I knew I could whoop them all, but I still had some bull riding PTSD, to be honest. I shared my reservations with the waiters that were urging me to try it, and I guess word got around to Coco that I had actually ridden a real bull, and she couldn't wait to see me in action. So I entered myself in Saturday's contest because I knew Coco would be working. It was my night off, so I got myself some liquid courage and sat in the corner hyping myself while all these half-drunk bozos were falling off the bull. Nobody could last more than 5 seconds, and I was sure I was going to win the contest and Coco's affection. After everybody else gave up, I mounted that metal bull. I kept my eyes on the head of the bull, and when that old monster would buck, I stayed loose like I was taught. The clock was ticking, and I was about worn slap out. But in my mind, I remembered that day long ago when I was thrown naked from the bull and how everybody was laughing. I thought it was gonna be a day I would never live down. But now, here in the big city, I was the Bull King. When I finally tapped out, I had ridden 22 seconds, which was a record in Cowboy Steaks. I was pretty sore and walked bow-legged for about a day, but Coco was so impressed that she agreed to let me take her out to dinner. Looks like I'll have an opportunity to impress her with my southern manners, so you city boys better watch out. Now this old yarn I done strung for you has got a lesson. Matter of fact, there's a pretty famous proverb that fits it might perfect. Let me know what you think it might be in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe so y'all can come back now. Remember, when you share these stories, you're sharing wisdom.